She said she's 3% Irish, so I have Irish blood in me.
Well, aren't you lucky, Milena? I mean, there are lots of people who wish they had.
So did she send that away around March 17th?
I don't know when she sent, but I'm gonna send mine. I got mine and never sent it, so it's still sitting here.
You're afraid. You're chicken.
I'm chicken, yes.
I think we have all the interested parties on board now, so I'm going to get
Good.
started.
I'll
Welcome.
mute myself. Tell me when I need to speak.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the Hamilton East Rotary Zoom meeting for Thursday, February 11th, 2021. Please join us in a toast to the Queen. And I'm throwing in the office of the Prime Minister of Canada because it's not the office of the President of the United States. So I'm going to ask the Right Honorable Ed to lead us in Rotary prayer today.
Who, me or Ed?
No, it's Milena's job.
Okay, Milena,
Okay.
do it. Sorry.
Oh, Lord, give her all things good.
I was trying to shake things up. Sorry.
We thank you for sorry. So you do it, I can't, I'm lost it. Somebody else started, please.
What's the first word, Jim?
Oh, Lord,
Oh, Lord,
thank
giver
you.
of
for-
all things good, we thank you for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve you all our days. Amen.
Amen. So the Rotary International President Holger Knack's theme for 2021, Rotary opens opportunities. He asks Rotarians to create opportunities that strengthen their leadership, help put service ideas into action, and improve the lives of those in need. So Milena, would you like to sit? I don't see Wayne in there. Would you like to acknowledge our guests and visiting Rotarians? Which is so, oh, actually, I didn't do the national anthem. Jim asked me to do the national anthem. And hold on for 1 sec. I started it before I shared it. I found one you don't have to sing, folks. And it's a little bit of humor, and it kind of goes along with our lunch theme. So this is Walk. Oh, hold on. It didn't. Try that one more time. Share video, share sound. There it is. Why is it? Did I not click it? I'm doing 100% here today. There it is there. I understand. I clicked the wrong screen. So here we go. Walk off the earth singing "Oh Canada." A little different way to do an "Oh Canada," but I thought it was kind of neat when I found it. And that's, they're making poutine in that commercial, by the way.
Perfect.
So now I'll ask Milena to do the guests and visitors.
I'd like to introduce Doug McDonald, Stony Creek Club. I would like to, I'm going to go as you are listed on. Nicole Elker, she's a guest of Ed. Tom Pello, Stony Creek Club. Martina, Stony Creek Club. And the rest of you I already know. Welcome, everybody. How do we greet our guests and visitors?
So next up is Happy Dollars. Jim, do you want to record the Happy Dollars?
How about, yes, I will, but how about birthdays and anniversaries? Do we have any?
Well, I did have that down in announcements, but there's nothing officially recorded in Club Runner for birthdays and anniversaries.
Okay.
Last week or next.
Yes, I'm ready to record the Happy Dollars.
Okay. So who wants to go first for Happy Dollars?
Well, I'll start. I guess I'm in for $20. I didn't pay anything last week, and I could afford $200 for a green screen, so I'll put in $20.
Oh, did you mean you're putting $200? Is that what you said?
No, that's what the screen cost.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So how about we go with Milena next?
Okay. I will put $10. I'm glad my the Ontario Trillium Foundation things are done. Finished yesterday meeting. I get a break till May.
Till when?
May.
Dan, you're up next. Oh, you're muted, Dan. Sorry. Dan, we can't hear you. Does it cost him extra?
Yeah. Dan, you're muted.
Dan,
You are. Your
It's
microphone's
muted
not on.
there. Maybe your sound on your computer is off.
There
There
we
you go.
know that, but I don't know why it unmuted itself.
No worries, man. What did you say?
pretty
We
good
missed the whole
excuse.
thing.
Okay, I'll say that you guys are all big shooters. You're going 10s and 20s where we used to just do $5.
So you're going back to 5?
Oh, well, no, I'll stick. I don't want to be a cheap guy. So I'll put in 10 only because business is getting better. So how's
Oh,
that?
So I guess I'm next. I'll put in 20 bucks. I finally have a new service advisor hired at my business. I've got the pay to text system up and running, which took me like a month going back and forth between 3 companies. And the only thing I got to fix now is the internet, and it's Conjugo's fault and it's out on the street. So that's why I ran home for lunch today, because I was afraid my internet would go down during the middle of the meeting. So obviously our members pay money to go in, but our guests are allowed to give us some happy news, and it doesn't cost them anything. So we'll start with Nicole. Do you have anything, Nicole?
Good news?
Good news, happy things.
Not really, no.
No?
No.
I think Ed's a little disappointed that you don't have any.
Well, I have a job. That's a good thing. And I'm working, and my kid, one of my sons their kids are back in school, so that's good.
There you go. How about you, Doug? You got any happy things to talk about?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to be here joining you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you guys.
Excellent. Tom?
I'm happy to be thrilled amongst a bunch of high rollers like you guys. It should make our happy dollars come July look real interesting. So
How about Martina?
so are we
I
trying
am-
to say all these
Hold on, Jim.
happy people?
Hold on, Jim. Martina?
I am happy for the invite to join you guys today. So thanks very much for that. And happy with our progress on our moving together as one club. Really excited about that. Thank you.
Excellent. You had a comment, Jim?
No, I was asking, are we charging our visitors? We normally don't.
I actually said that it was free for them to talk about their happy dollars.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So announcements, birthdays, and anniversaries.
So, Mr. Paul, do I get a freebie because I'm logging this information?
Oh, you
well,
just
you're
skipped
the
him.
one who sends the bills. That's what. Did I not let you talk?
Yeah,
No,
you
you
skipped
didn't.
him.
Oh,
I
my
think-
sorry. I'm sorry, Jim. I thought I.
I know, it's okay. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yes, I wasn't following a pattern on the screen. I got to remember to do the Brady Bunch pattern.
No,
Go ahead, Jim.
what you should do is let Milena do it as Sergeant at Arms because she doesn't miss anybody.
Well, I
So
don't know. She seemed to have lost it during the prayer today, so I wasn't sure she handled that.
Oh, that- I think she's in shock because she's afraid of what would come out if she went into Ancestry.
That's probably it. Go ahead, Jim. What's your happy meal or happy deals today?
Well, my happy deal is I nearly got away with a freebie today, but I really didn't. So I'm going to charge myself $10.
That's it.
That's it.
All
Oh
right.
no, there's another thing. I missed a meeting the other day of my Burlington Able sale, and they made me president in absentia. So the moral of the story is always go to a meeting, otherwise you might get some unpleasant news. So I'm stuck for a year.
That's how Michael Peters found out he was president too. He missed the meeting.
Okay, so that's why.
All right. That was worth interrupting the flow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So birthdays and anniversaries, nothing officially recorded in club member. Does anybody have any birthdays or anniversaries in the next week or two?
Not for me.
Nothing from the group. Okay. So I will move on.
No, just a second here, Paul. While we're on Happy Dollars, Jim sent out an email regarding them funds that were owed that you're supposed to send me. For those of you that haven't sent me money, if you could please do so.
Okay. I've had internet issues the last 2 weeks. Resend that to me then, Jim.
I will.
Thank you, because I do not remember seeing it.
So Paul, I have a son that turns 30 on the 22nd. Or is that within this time range?
Yeah, that'll work. You know, we might
That'll
have
be
another.
sad dollars coming in, 30-year-old son. So
I thought mine turning 18 or 19 this year was going to be sad, but
Mine's turning 15 on the 19th.
very good.
Oh, as a baby.
Yeah.
So going through the
Okay, so hold on a minute. I'm not that speedy a writer. Tom and Nicole had family birthdays. Who was the other? There was a third one.
me, but that was in April. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So we'll flip through the chairs. I don't think there's been a lot of change in finance, Dan.
No.
Okay. Membership, which I believe is Ed. Has he got Nicole to join? The fire must be really warm. Ed's nodded off.
I got an email.
Did you have anything about membership? You're a membership chair, right? Am I correct, Ed?
Me? I'm membership chair?
I thought you were.
I must have skipped a meeting. Get that job.
I thought you were. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or did I get it because I'm the only one that bring guests anymore?
Probably. I thought that's what I saw on the website. Like I said, I found out I was running the meeting as I was driving home to start the meeting. So,
I have the only report I have is start bringing guests.
excellent. We will. Fundraising. We had a meeting a couple weeks ago with Tina and members of the Stony Creek Club about fundraising. We pitched some ideas back and forth. I haven't seen a follow-up, but maybe I will. Actually, Michael Peters sent me a message while the O Canada was on about fundraising. So just give me 1 sec while I pull up his message. I would really like to host an online trivia night on a Friday or Saturday, ideally February 26th or 27th. He has also commissioned someone to make a beer label to celebrate our two clubs merging. I guess that he would put that on the George Hamilton beer. I should have a concept done before the end of February and the beer available at the end of March. And then part of the revenue from the sales would be donated to Rotary. So that's something I guess he wanted to pitch to us today, but he's going to have somebody do some concept art on it so that we can see what they've got in mind. The topic of fundraising that I know my group doesn't really want to talk about, but I was upstairs doing inventory in my shop this month and I tripped over like 38 cases of Hamilton's of the World books that are stored in my stockroom. I don't mind them being there, but we should probably bring that get that up and at least get something cleared up before July 1st. So maybe you guys can discuss it, come up, maybe decide what you think a fair price would be to get rid of the Hamiltons of the World books.
$5.
$5 each.
That's what I.
Ed, do you need some for your fire in the background there?
Yeah, that might work. Actually, I think I bought 2 boxes a few years ago. I still got the better part of 1 box left. I can't give them away. I gave away all my friends have one now.
I have an idea about it. I'm going to pitch it to my staff at work. Now that I have a management team, there's 3 of us instead of just me making the decisions. I might actually buy them and give them to new customers as a drive-away gift. But if you guys
I'll
discuss,
stick with the popcorn.
I said new customers, not old customers, not current customers. Sorry, I keep looking to the side. I put the menu onto the side and that's where the face keeps popping up. So yeah, if you guys think $5 is fair, we'll make a motion next week and I'll purchase them at $5 a piece if that works for you guys. So we'll put.
Well, I think, should we ask New Zealand?
Well, that's why I suggested you guys talk about it.
Yeah.
More involved in it, but I've just been the guy storing them. So if you guys want to discuss it, contact New Zealand, tell them I'll count how many books are there and we'll come up with an amount and I'll pay that amount and then I'll give them away as gifts.
Yeah, Nicole and I will discuss to see whether we can use another box.
Okay,
Right,
I attended, and I don't know whether any of the Stony Creek members attended a district meeting, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, where they had 2 clubs from the American side and 2 clubs from the Canadian side discussing their fundraising attempts this year, and some of them were quite successful. Did anybody see that?
Yeah, Michael Peters and I were both in that meeting.
Yeah, I was at that meeting, and I thought some of the ideas were interesting.
I think that's where Michael got the online trivia idea from.
Yeah. Now, I think that meeting's recorded, so the district have it recorded if anybody wanted to have another look at it. I think there's another meeting coming up sometime. I don't have my calendar here, but Tom, is Anne Birmingham attending your meeting tomorrow?
Not to my knowledge. We're trying to get her in for March 12th, so a month from tomorrow. 4
Oh,
weeks from
March
today.
12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might always surprise us. But she, when she responded to the merger application, she told us how delighted she was and that she offered her services to help us through the change process and was willing to come out. So I got our speakers bureau on the phone and came up with the date March 12th. So that's what we're hoping to get.
Okay.
So in discussions with Stony Creek and attending the meeting last week, 2 weeks ago, sorry, I missed last week. That was the day the internet died. I heard Stony Creek discussing how they wanted to nail down their chair persons for each group. And then we were going to back up on that, just so you know that we haven't dropped that idea, that we're going to fit some of our members in and help out in the different chairs. So that's where we're watching Ann Birmingham's discussion. I've been talking to Ann a little bit too. She's given me some ideas. So we'll slowly move it forward. And one of the things we need to talk about there is the website. I had originally signed up for our website revamp before it was like, yes, we're going to merge. And they contacted me last week saying that they wanted to have a Zoom meeting and a discussion and talk about the changes to the website. I put that on hold after talking to Tom and a couple of the other people because Stony Creek is going to run the website. Ours doesn't really have any pertinent information in it. So if there are going to be any upgrades to the website, we'll leave it on Tom's side. And I think Doug's involved in that also. So
Actually, it was Martina that joined me in the session with Melissa yesterday.
okay.
And they are going to revamp our webpage with the plan that come June 30th, July 1st, we just flip the logos over. One of the things I wanted to ask is that we have asked them to create a page for historical items. So if you've got any of your historical documents that you would like to be made available to the public on our website, if you could find, either turn them into PDFs or JPEGs and get them to me, we can set them up so that they can, that we can have the modules all set up so that come July 1st, we just move the updated module into the web page and bang, when the Rotary Club of Stony Creek becomes the Rotary Club of Hamilton Stony Creek, the historical page automatically gets updated. So that's what we're trying to set up.
Hey,
Oh.
has anybody been in touch with Club Runner, or are
That-
we at a too early a stage yet?
That's
on
who,
that?
that's who Tom was talking with, was someone that was going to do work in Club Runner.
Yes, this is all Club Runner. So it looks like we're going to try to set up so that we're going to be running from the Stony Creek Club Runner as the base, and we'll be bringing in or importing the Hamilton East Wentworth modules into the page, and then July 1st, bang, it's going to go live as the Hamilton Stony Creek webpage.
Okay, now any changes to Club Runner going forward, will that be picked up? For example, I did a change yesterday, an address change on a honorary member. That's okay?
Yeah, it's all live. So, so I can't get at your Club Runner database, but some of our district officers can. And the Melissa Wells, who led the discussion with Martina and I yesterday, is actually from the Rotary Club in Welland, is very well versed in how we do things around here. And she's very up to speed on Club Runner and their processes. And so we're quite confident that by the time we get to July 1st, it's going to be a very, very smooth transition. But but we do need to accumulate the information now, so modules can be created. So it's literally just a matter of a 2-minute job for me or Paul to go online, move module from point A into point B, and bang, it's updated. It'll literally take minutes and seconds. So.
Okay, so we'll just continue to update our
Yes.
data.
Yes. You maintain it because it's live. It's going to go from live as Hamilton East Wentworth on June 30th to live as Hamilton Stony Creek on July 1st.
Okay.
So I think Wayne gave me a box of Rotary history. I'm having a blank where I put it. It's either in my crawl space behind me, or it's in the stock room with the Hamiltons of the World books. So I will look there first, and then I'll check under the crawl space, because I don't fit in the crawl space very well. But I'll get that done within the next couple of days.
Well, because if you can get the box to me, I have the ability to turn them into JPEGs or PDF files or whatever we need. So I can scan and place them. So if you can get me the box, I can then get it so that we can have stuff that we can put right onto the website. Excellent.
I also have the ability to scan and turn things into PDF, because someone rents me a really, really nice printer, Melina. Little plug for BDF.
Paul, I just want to mention
that. I would appreciate it.
No problem.
Paul, I just want to mention something else too. Tina is really good and experienced at online trivia. She has her own, she does online trivia with friends and relatives across Canada. Almost every Saturday, not every Saturday night, but quite often. So she may be able to work with Michael too on helping to organize that.
Excellent.
We're planning an upcoming bingo night, just a social bingo night, the end of February, but I'm sure she may be able to help with that with Michael. So I participated in her trivia night. It's just a fun thing, but she does breakout rooms and everything. So with her trivia. So just pass that on to Michael.
I definitely will, because I think he was trying to lean on me to do the technical aspects of it. So there, I can find out how to do it and maybe have her help me. On the topic of Club Runner, before I quit, when I was going in and looking at it, they had a usage report by members, and only 50% of our club members have ever signed into Club Runner and used it. Just so you understand, Stony Creek number, I'm sure, is a lot higher than that, because they're encouraging you. No? Oh, okay. And I came across something called the 85 rule.
Yes.
In Club Runner.
Yes.
We have 4 active members that are part of the 85 club, meaning that they have their age and their Rotary years in Rotary are above the number 85. So I just thought I'd pass that. I thought that I'd never even heard of that before. So I thought that was kind of
and that exempts us from going to meetings.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
that's the old senior actives we used to have, right, Jim? That's is that not how you calculated the senior actives back in the day?
no, no, senior active was just, yeah, well, maybe they had retired from their businesses, which was under a classification.
Well, I'd be on the list, but nobody remembers when I joined Rotary.
Well, that's right. We don't have, we, we
Never
don't
mind
have.
my birthday.
That's when we used to track attendance though, too.
Yes.
So,
I qualify.
Yeah, well, I
85
don't
year
know
as
what
well.
you do, but I don't track attendance anymore because of eight people, there's normally 8 at the meetings, or 7 anyway.
And Ed Alexander, I did a little work when I was on the Rotary website, and you joined Rotary March 22nd, 2012. Officially, according to Rotary.
That's actually not true. It was way before that.
That's like, maybe that's when you joined Hamilton East
Maybe when I
Rotary?
rejoined,
Yes.
because this was my original club. And then I was in Hamilton AM, and I was in Hamilton Mountain.
So Ed, it's actually possible Rotary International has you under 3 different accounts, one from each of your clubs. So you'll have to call one of those magic 1-800 numbers and get them to unite them. And
Yeah,
that way all of your history will be under one ID number at
Yeah.
the
Thanks,
My
Tom.
Rotary spot.
Thanks, Tom. As soon as I have nothing else to do, I'll be right on that.
So do we have any other business from the floor that we need to discuss? Okay, one of the conversations Michael and I were having, and he put in his notes, is that he wanted to start doing a program or occupation vocational minute around the room. So everybody gets a minute just to discuss what their business is.
Classification talk.
Especially when we have a guest here, they may not be aware of what each other does. So I'll go first. I purchased Putney Brake and Alignment Service from my father, a family business, been around since 1930s. We do repairs to all makes and models of vehicles. If I don't fix it at my shop, I usually have a really good referral system where I know the best people in Hamilton to send cars to, like for transmission work, windshields, body work. And depending on what you need done, I probably have a connection in the automotive industry. So if you ever need anything, call me and I'll put you onto the right people if I can't do it. Dan, you want to give it a shot?
I'll give it a shot, sure. Well, actually, I'm a former banker who bought a franchise about 18 years ago, and we're a full-service printing and graphics center. Our major client is the city of Hamilton. So if you need any printing requirements, signage, anything like that, promotional products, we do all of it.
Okay, Milena, your turn.
Well, what we do office equipment, mostly photocopiers, or as they're referred today as MFPs. We carry Konica Minolta line. And they've just won 14 years in a row as customer loyalty as well. They got this year the line of the year because they got a whole new technology, SSD drives that processes things really fast. I just give you an example. I installed a copier and my client upgraded in the fall, and I go see them and they said, it's so much faster. The speed printing is the same. The processing speed is much faster. And we do laminating, other stuff, just it's not as big, but it's mostly photocopiers. And also we do now, we kind of have software solutions. For example, like PaperCut, which tracks in their business who prints what. So if you have an employee, for example, and prints a resume, you can look it up and see that they printed resume. You can see the file and what they printed. So it's more like tracking what people print. That's it.
Mr. Ed?
Well, let's see. I've been licensed as a real estate broker since 1977. From around that time, I've run a property management company, been licensed with the Law Society as a paralegal since 2008, and I've just been appointed to as the incumbent priest of a new parish in Hamilton for the Independent Anglican Church. There's other things I do, but those are the chief things.
Excellent. Mr. Jim? Oh, sorry. Did you have something else, Ed?
No, that's all.
Okay,
I'll
just
cover it
checking.
next week.
All right. Yeah, we'll cover the next one. Mr. Jim?
Well, me, I'm retired. So I'm supposed to be doing nothing, but it doesn't work that way. Over my, I guess, reasonably long career, in Ireland, I was in the textile industry. I ended up works manager of a textile processing plant. Anyway, in my career after that, I sold vacuum cleaners. I sold insurance. And then I decided, no, I want something else. So I got into the finance business. So I don't know whether any of you guys remember that before the Bank Act was changed way back when the banks didn't lend to anybody. There were things called finance companies, and most of them emanated from the US. And the three big finance companies of the day were Household Finance. And I think in Hamilton, they had about 4 offices. There was Beneficial Finance. That was the next one. That was another American company. And then there was Seaboard Finance that I was with. And I was with them for 10, 15, 20 years. And then the banks decided that it's a lucrative business, and they got the Bank Act changed, and they got into personal lending and mortgage lending. Most of the mortgage lending back in the days were done by insurance companies. They were the big lenders, London Life and all of those big insurance companies. Then the banks decided that they wanted to get the slice of the action, and finance companies died, and the banks took over. And then as Dan was with the Bank of Montreal, they were heavy in that business. I had lots of friends who worked there, and I got into the credit union. I was brought in as a henchman to clean up a few credit unions, which I successfully did. And I ended up CEO of a couple of them. And then I think the time came to retire. So I retired. But during that time, I played rugby for Hamilton Hornets and London Foresters when I was around there. I decided then that I would referee. So I was a senior referee in Ontario for about 10 years. I took up sailing again, which I had done in Ireland, and I'm a long-time member of the Burlington Sailing Club. And of course, I've been a Rotarian for about 34 years through all of this. So I've had a great time. So I'm retired and doing
We're
nothing.
on a full classification talk today.
I met Jim when he was with Keith Credit Union.
That's right. Way back.
Way back.
Way back. That's right.
I met Jim at my first Rotary meeting, and he told me to give him $5, but it had nothing to do with Rotary. Nicole, do you want to go now?
I work with Ed. I'm working, I got my paralegal license. However, due to mental illness or whatever, I'm just going to be working as a legal assistant for now, but I'm still working with Ed. And then I'm recently going to become active with scouting again. So I'm going to be taking on the role of a scout leader at a group in Hamilton. And then I also homemaker, kid, like mother, wife.
Everything.
Excellent. What troop are you going with?
The 26th Hamilton.
Okay, excellent. I was with the 79th and the 58th.
58th. Oh, the
Stony Creek?
58th is still, yeah, they're still, I think, yeah, they're still around. 79th, I'm not sure are around
No,
anymore.
it folded. That's why I
Yeah.
went to the Stony Creek one.
I went from
Excellent.
I went from 5th Hamilton to the 75th Hamilton, and now I'm going to be going with the 26th Hamilton.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I'm an Eagle Scout.
An Eagle Scout. Oh, head honcho.
Not easy to get an Eagle Scout status.
I'll tell you.
So how about we move on to Doug McDonald? Do you want to tell us what you do other than push numbers around in a computer?
Yeah, so thanks, Paul. So we're a managed IT provider, which means we help businesses achieve their goals through their technology. So the big topics nowadays are, of course, helping workers work efficiently remotely and securely. So security is huge. Backup and disaster recovery is huge as well. We have a great talented staff of technicians, and we have some really great clients. So everybody uses IT. We're very fortunate to be busy in these times. But yeah, it's a great industry.
Excellent.
Thanks, Paul.
Tom?
Like Ed, I'm in the real estate business. I've been in it since 2003, opened up my own brokerage in 2006. And about a year and a half ago, relocated my office from Hamilton Mountain to downtown Stony Creek. So, Ed, I'm real estate commercial. Todd Fryer is real estate residential. Our bylaws allow for 5 in one category. Where would you like us to slide you, or do you want to take the chaplain aspect?
We'll let him think that one over. And last but not least, Martina.
Well, I'm excited to hear there were other bankers in the room. That's pretty exciting. I've been a banker for 42 years this spring. So I worked for RBC current last 10 years in operations risk. So I support the regional vice president and the leadership team in Hamilton, Brantford, Norfolk in all aspects of operation risk, fraud, compliance, and all those fun things, and keeps us kind of busy right now, especially this past year and all things pandemic. And I love my job. I learn every day, and I'll probably be working for likely another year or so. And then we'll look at retirement.
Very good. See, I learned something from almost everybody today.
Just want to let you know that the fraud today over the internet exceeds the direct trafficking, by the way.
It's scary. You know what?
Yeah.
And actually, when I was with the RBC, when I was the branch manager in Waterdown, that's when I joined Rotary. The Rotary Club in Waterdown came to visit me and said, "You need to be in Rotary." And that's actually what brought me to Rotary, was working in RBC in Waterdown.
My friend takes care of your branch. He's in the RBC. He's the handyman for that branch.
Which one? Which branch?
The branch in Waterdown, the RBC. He's like the handyman. So if you guys have anything like problems with heating, anything like that, he's actually
works for JLL.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know all the JLL people too. So there are our maintenance contract.
Yeah.
Cool.
So are there any reminders we need to bring up or future business? Other than the Hamiltons of the World book? I'm not letting you get away with that, Jim.
No, and the reminder is, Dan brought it up, the delinquent clients there that didn't pay the bill that I sent out, please pay it.
Well, I'll blame it on Conjugal.
And we forgive you, Paul, because you had a glitch. I'll send you another one.
No problem. So our next chance to gather is actually the Rotary Club of Stony Creek's meeting tomorrow morning. I think it's 7:30 tomorrow morning. Am I correct? Yep. Maybe they can post I think they have a standard meeting posting that they do, whereas I send a new one out every month or every week.
No, we don't. I can get an invite off to everybody if they want it. So
yeah, I think that'd be nice. Who do you have coming in tomorrow, or?
Tomorrow's actually club assembly. So if you want to see what our books look like, or Tina's recent fundraising projects, what the enterprises Doug's working on membership, please come on out. You'll learn an awful lot about us.
Okay, send me an invite.
Me too.
Excellent. And our next lunch meeting is 12 noon on February 25th, 2021, right here, same bat channel. Closing, sorry.
I just want to ask you if you want to stay on afterwards. I want to talk to you.
Okay, I will stay on.
Thank you.
Inspirational thought of the day. True personal success and growth comes quickest by helping others to succeed. So that's kind of a motto of Rotary going back many, many years, but it's also one that I find helps me in my business, in my scouting, in my mentoring with the robotics kids. I feel better and I grow and learn more. I've just learned how to use this free video production program called DaVinci Resolve because the robotics kids needed to learn how to use it. So working with them and teaching them how to use it, I've now know how to do video production. So that's kind of my goal is I try to encourage other people and teach them how to do things to succeed. And that helps me. So
How about you teaching us another time how to use the stuff?
DaVinci Resolve is probably a 2-week program. I've been working on it at night for 2 weeks with the students, and we finally got a video production with slides and graphics and sound and everything. It's really cool. So yeah, I don't mind teaching you guys on one-on-one if you want to learn how to do that kind of stuff. So that is the end of our meeting. End with a toast to Rotary the world over.
Rotary the world over.
Rotary world over.
And you're free to hang around and chat, but I'm turning the recording off and